What if everything you believe about Trump is a lie? Every headline, every tweet, a battleground. The media machine spins, making truth invisible. Uncover the hidden patterns, expose the manipulation, and finally see the real game. It all starts with the individuals behind this digital illusion. Let's dive in.
Imagine waking up, grabbing your phone, and scrolling. It feels like you're plugged into the whole world, right? You see a headline about Trump, maybe a clip of a rally or a controversial quote. It feels organic. It feels like news. But stop for a second. That feed isn't a window into reality. It is a carefully constructed cage. Here is the tension nobody talks about. While you are getting angry at a headline, the person sitting right next to you is seeing a completely different reality about the exact same event. You aren't just informed, you are being targeted. The algorithm knows your fears better than your own family does. We know why this happens. That's the easy answer. Media companies need engagement, and outrage is the most profitable currency on Earth.
But that answer is just the tip of the iceberg. It opens up three much more terrifying questions. First, if the news is curated to keep you addicted, is your political opinion actually yours, or was it programmed into you? Second, if we are all living in separate data bubbles, has the concept of objective truth effectively died? And third, and this is the big one, who is actually pulling the levers behind that algorithm? Quick question for you. When was the last time your newsfeed showed you a genuinely reasonable point from the other side that didn't make you angry? Drop a comment if you can actually remember one. Most people can't, and that is by design. But if you think this is just about liberal versus conservative bias, you are looking at the wrong map.
The real manipulation is much deeper, much darker, and it involves players you've likely never heard of. Imagine waking up to a notification that says, "Democracy has fallen." Your neighbor right next door wakes up to a notification that says, "Justice has finally arrived." This isn't a dystopian novel. This was the literal reality across America the morning after the recent hush money verdict. We aren't just disagreeing on tax policies anymore. We are watching two completely different movies on the same screen. And the plot twist is that you are the extra who gets sacrificed. This fracture creates a reality gap so wide that objective facts simply vanish into the abyss. It creates a domino effect where you don't just think the other side is wrong, you become convinced they are an existential threat to your survival.
When Trump used the word bloodbath regarding the auto industry, one narrative faction immediately blasted headlines about a violent call for civil war. Simultaneously, the opposing faction framed it strictly as a defense of American manufacturing. The result? Panic on one side, fury on the other, and zero understanding in the middle. This isn't accidental, it is measurable. Look at the evidence. We saw major networks like MSNBC running "Trump threatens violence" chyrons, while conservative outlets ran "Trump defends auto workers," covering the exact same 30-second soundbite. It works too. Gallup data shows trust in mass media has cratered to a record low of 32%, yet engagement metrics during these crisis moments skyrocket.
Both sides present facts, but they curate them to lock you inside a cage of confirmation bias. But here is the paradox that should make your blood run cold. You think these two sides are enemies fighting for the soul of the nation. But what if the red truth and the blue truth are actually products sold by the same parent company, designed not to inform you, but to distract you from the one thing they both agree on?
Stop looking at the politicians for a second and look at the code. We assume the media landscape is a battlefield, right? Two armies clashing over the future of the country.
But if you analyze the timing of viral Trump stories, you find a mathematical pattern that makes zero sense for a chaotic war. This is the glitch in the matrix. It's called algorithmic mirroring. The system doesn't push content based on accuracy or political bias. It pushes content based on symmetrical outrage. It deliberately feeds the exact same story to the left, framed as an unforgivable crime, and to the right, framed as a heroic triumph, within milliseconds of each other. Here is the hard pill to swallow. You aren't fighting a political enemy. You are training a neural network.
You are training a neural network. Every time you rage click or share a post to own the other side, you aren't winning a debate. You are teaching the machine exactly which buttons to press to keep you trapped. The red truth and blue truth aren't opposing views. They are just two different user interfaces for the same engagement trap. Now that you see the bars of the cage, we have a much bigger problem. Because this machine has learned that the best way to keep you engaged isn't just to report the news, it's to start warping your perception of reality itself. And what comes next is going to terrify you.
Here is the terrifying truth we promised you. The matrix doesn't stop when you turn off your phone. The real cost isn't lost data, it's lost humanity. We are seeing a mass hallucination where we don't just disagree on policy, we literally cannot see the same world. Remember that question at the start? Are you living in a fake reality? The answer is yes, but the glitch isn't in the software. It's at your dinner table. It's in the empty chair at Thanksgiving, because an uncle and a niece can no longer speak the same language. This fake reality has a very real body count. Anxiety rates are skyrocketing. Communities are fracturing. We are so busy fighting over the red truth or the blue truth that we can't even agree on basic facts long enough to fix crumbling bridges or failing schools.
We aren't citizens anymore. We are just combatants in a war engineered for clicks. We are trading our relationships for validation from a machine that doesn't love us. We are letting algorithms dictate who we hate, effectively outsourcing our own morality to a piece of code designed to sell ads. And here is the kicker that nobody talks about. The algorithm doesn't care who wins the election. It doesn't care if society burns down, as long as you are glued to the screen watching the flames. It wins when we lose each other. So the cage is locked, the key is hidden, and the house is on fire. But what if I told you that you've been holding the fire extinguisher the entire time?
That fire extinguisher isn't some secret software or a hidden app. It's your own ability to hit the brakes. The entire news matrix relies on your speed. It needs you to share before you think, to rage before you verify. The moment you see a headline about Trump, the election, or the enemy that makes your blood boil, realize this: that anger isn't yours. It's a manufactured product designed to keep you clicking. So how do we dismantle the trap? You need the 2-click rule. We all see those shocking headline screenshots on social media. Never believe them. Click the profile, then click the actual link. If the story disappears or leads to a site selling supplements, you are being played. Next, practice triangulation. If you watch Fox, spend 5 minutes on CNN. If you read the Times, check the Journal. The truth is rarely on the edges. It's hiding in the messy, boring middle, where the algorithm refuses to take you. Here is where it gets real. I'm challenging you to a reality reboot. For just 24 hours, stop feeding the beast. Don't like, don't share, and don't comment on the rage bait. Instead, find one topic you feel certain about and hunt down the strongest argument against it. It feels uncomfortable, right? Good. That discomfort is your brain waking up from the simulation. We have the power to break this loop, but only if we stop acting like NPCs in their game. You are the glitch they didn't account for. So, are you ready to step out of the matrix?
Are you ready to step out of the matrix? If you are committed to thinking for yourself, I want you to drop the word unplugged in the comments right now. Let's see how many of us are actually awake.
It's wild how hard it is to see the real truth now. Do you trust the headlines, or is it all just a game? Hit like if you want to keep exposing the matrix with us. But the story doesn't end here. Click this video to uncover the lie that started it all.